Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati. Can you hear? Can you hear? Hare Krishna, anybody can respond? You're able to hear online?
Yeah, now we can hear Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Canto 3, chapter 26, text number 5. No, sorry. Canto 3, chapter number 26, text number 35. Nabasha Shabda Tanmatra Shabda Tanma Kala Gatya Vikurvataha Sparsho Abhavat Tato Vyayus Sparsho Abhavat Tato Vayus Vaksparshasya cha sangraha Nabasha Shabda Tanmatra Kala Gatya Vikurvataha Sparsho Abhavat Tato Vayus Vaksparshasya cha sangraha.
Navasa Shabda Tanmatra
Nabasha Shabda Tanmatra
Gatya Vikurvataha
Kala Gatya Vikurvataha
Varsho Bhavat Tato Vayus
Sarsho Bhavat Tato Vayus
Vaksparshasya cha Sangraha
Tvaksarchasya cha sangraha. Translate. Word for a meaning. Navasha, from the ether. Shabda Tanmatra, which evolves from the subtle element sound. Kala Gatya, under the impulse of time. Vikurvataha, undergoing transformation. Sparshaha, the subtle element, touch. Abhavat, evolved. Tataha, tense. Vayu, air. Vak, the sense of touch. Sparshasya, of touch. Cha, and. Sangraha, perception. Translation Bhagwad by Eastern Desi Bhakti Vedanta Sumsloropad, Jai Sloropad. From ethereal existence, which evolves from sound, the next transformation takes place under the impulse of time, and thus subtle element touch, and thence the air and sense of touch becomes prominent. I repeat the translation. From ethereal existence, which evolves from sound, the next transformation takes place under the impulse of time, and thus subtle element touch, and thence the air and sound of touch becomes prominent. Purport. In the course of time, when the subtle forms are transformed into gross forms, they becomes the objects of touch. The object of touch and the tactile sense also develops. After this evolution in time, sound is the first sense object to exhibit the material existence. And from the perception of sound, touch perception evolves. And from the touch perception, the perception of the sight. And that is the way of gradual evolution of our perceived objects. Om Ajnanathirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kapa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gauravaktanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vacharam Bhangam Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Sri Guru Vandinataranam Paramanandamadam Sri Chaitanyeshwaram. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody for today's Bhagavatam discussion. So here, this is a chapter where Kapila Muni is describing about the process of creation to Mother Devahuti, and he is giving the Sankhya philosophy. So basically, Devahuti asks questions. Devahuti asks Kapila Muni about Bhakti, Jnana, and Yoga. So Kapila Muni explained about Bhakti in 31st to 44 verses of 20th chapter. And his mother was fully satisfied with that. And although Bhakti is supreme, and without Bhakti, Karma and Jnana and Yoga cannot give any results of Swarga or liberation, a person engaged in Bhakti is also inquisitive about Karma and Jnana. Okay? So, means Mother Dev,
person interested in bhakti is also interested in family time.
somebody who is even though Bhakti is the main thing, but the who is devotee sometimes becomes inquisitive. For example, Arjuna was listening Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, and suddenly at one point of time when Krishna started explaining about his vibhutis, and Arjuna developed a desire, oh, I want to see Virat Rupa, like that. So sometimes when we are meditating on creation and about the Creator, glorifying Lord and all those things, and sometimes devotees develop the desire to know about Lord's creation, just daily. Sometimes father takes the kids daily to his business. Okay, and every time son goes. One time father says, okay, this building and this shopping mall is ours, this land is ours, and this like that this company is ours. It's showing one by one. So one time a son develops a desire. Oh, when he become older enough, sometimes son loves, okay, Papa, what is actually your total opulence, like no, what total wealth we have. Then then father will tell him, okay, these are all properties we have, and I can show you everything like that. He will show. So in the same way, like when we are here, if you see the relation between son and father doesn't depend on the wealth, okay? But because son developed that inquisitiveness, like my father is like doing many things, from getting many things from many different places. I would like to know how he is doing everything. Jai Shri Radha Gopi and Gita Bhakti Varshita. I would like to know, just for the curiosity. I would like to know. That's a general desire, right? The same way, even though bhakti is the personal relationship between God and the devotees, and Krishna and his devotees, but sometimes devotees would like to know what all activities Krishna also does. Like, no, for example, creation, and how Krishna does creation, Krishna maintains, and Krishna destroys. And they would like to know how like, no, Krishna, you are so like you are so personal with us, and I would like to know how you does creation. So in the same way, Mother Devoti also asked this question about, like, what I would like to know about bhakti first, or like direct relationship with Krishna, and then about jnana, means like just like a father uh, uh, making the son sit beside him and listing everything. Okay, this belong to this belong to like this, and also like yoga, or like Sankhya yoga, means like how that can be pursued. Okay, Sankhya means counting, like how many elements are there, how everything is working like that. Now, so it is said that without bhakti, without that loving relationship with Krishna, nothing can be possible. Like no process of jnana, no process of yoga will give any results unless it has a tinge of bhakti. That's why the sacrifices, they start with Om Pavitra Pavitra, and also now Shuklam Bhadram Vishnu, and then end with that thing, Om Pavitra Pavitra Sarvasam, which means by just meditating on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything becomes fulfilled. At least even that minimum should be there. So even like the yoga process also, they have to connect, in the beginning or at the end, they have to go through the process of bhakti only. So in one sense, bhakti is all in all. Bhakti can lead to success independently. Bhakti alone can give the ultimate success without depending on karma, jnana, and yoga. But for karma, for jnana, for yoga to succeed, to lead us to the ultimate self-realization or success in that path. For example, a karmi can go up to the Swargaloka, a jnani can go up to the impersonal liberation, and yogi can go up to the impersonal liberation or the desire of like his planet, whatever he desires. Unless there is the aspect of bhakti involved, they cannot achieve the targets also. But devotees, just by chanting, just by taking shelter of service, by following all the 9 processes of devotion service, or even one of the process of devotion service, can attain the ultimate goal without depending on other process of any other process of karma, jnana, and yoga. Okay. Now, out of curiosity, Mother Devoti asked this question. I would like to know about jnana and yoga. Now, see, like for one to know the process of creation, they have to start from the beginning, where everything started from. In the beginning, nothing was there. From nothing came everything, right? So it is easy to like it can be explained. Now you have listed here, right? From like how it was explained. Like sound either comes from ether, touch comes from ether, touch air comes from air, form comes from form, fire comes from fire, taste comes, and taste water comes, and water smell comes, and from smell earth comes. So when we say like that, like many of us, like most of us, then correlate what's happening there, right? What coming from what? How can it possible like that? So let us see, like, no, everything starts from the sound, right? So let us go with the knowledge that we have, okay? We know that every elements, like we have periodic table, right? 108 elements or 108 elements are there. Everything is made up of one of the elements of from the periodic table, either liquid, gas, or no solid, right? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, carbon, all those elements are there, right? So all those elements are made up of what? Like atoms, okay? Atoms. Atom is composed of electrons, protons, and neutrons, right? And that is one level of going to the micro level, micro. If you go still further, each atom is made up of subatomic particles. So they are like now they named them as quarks and up quark and photon and some that things are the subatomic particles. And means even proton is also made up of subatomic particles. Electron is also made up of some atomic particles. And even still go further into what is made up, what is there in that quark, or what is there, like then there comes the frequency. Means just like some frequency is there, that's it. Frequency in the ether. So like two frequencies or two, three frequencies combined together makes a electron. And more of those quantities, more of those frequencies coming together becomes a proton and neutron. So frequency is nothing but a vibration, right? So vibration is nothing but sound. So even the modern conclusion is that everything started with the sound. So after the destruction of everything, like now during the after the dissolution, all the matter goes back into that nothingness. Means like if you see, like we are a bunch of vibration, right? Because we are made up of 5 elements. 5 elements made up of atomic, subatomic particles, and subatomic particles are just vibrations. So in that way, we can just analyze, okay, we are made up of sound. Now, Krishna says one verse, right, in Bhagwad, Ahankara Vimudatma Kartahamiti Manati. Means, even though everything is carried out by Prakriti himself, Ahankara Vimudatma, but the soul, which is actually branded by Ahankara, thinks that he is doing everything. Everything is happening because of him. So now we can see, now can nicely correlate this thing here. How? Because we don't have anything. We are nothing. We didn't create any of the elements. We didn't create our body. We didn't create our mind. We didn't create our intelligence. We didn't create our ego. Everything was there in the material nature. All those particles, we got some ego, we got some mind, we got some intelligence, and then covering that, we got the body made up of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, ether. And we didn't create none of these elements. As when we pass away, we just leave everything what we have and then go to next life. So at the time of when while going back to Godhead, our subtle body, we leave subtle body also, our mind, our intelligence, and ego, leave here, and as a soul, we go back to Godhead. So that is the fact. Means we are the soul, and everything covered up by all these material things, subtle body and gross body. Now, anything happens now when we construct something, when we do some service, when we give some lecture. These are all different aspects, like among one of the aspects of 24 elements. What are the 24 elements? 24 elements is like earth, water, fire, air, ether, all those elements, and then finally comes one mind, intelligence, ego, all those things, okay? And time. So and we see, like even like we enjoy something. Now, for example, we eat a gulab jamun. Gulab jamun is substance, and gulab jamun is going to onto the tongue, making some titillations on the tongue, and we are experiencing the titillation and satisfying our ego. So if you see here, our ego is metal thing. Gulab jamun is a metal thing. Our tongue is metal thing. And we didn't create none of those. Uh, but when we enjoy that, we have the feeling that I'm the one who is enjoying it. I'm the one who is the enjoyer. I'm the enjoyer. So that's what Krishna means. Ahankara Vimudatma means the foolish soul thinks that he is doing everything. But everything boils down to what is soul desires something. I want to enjoy now. I want to enjoy eating something. That is the desire of the soul. And when and Prakriti will arrange everything. Okay, intelligence will devise how to get that object, and then how to eat and how to enjoy, and that will satisfy the mind. So some gross element is doing something, some subtle element is getting satisfied, and we are thinking that we are doing. So basically, our involvement is zero there. Our involvement is only that I want to enjoy. That's the only desire that we have. So desire or consciousness is the only thing that matters to boils down to like no. That is the only thing that we can have. So when you desire, okay, I want to do nice, elaborate deity worship or construct a temple or manage a temple. So that desire you have. And everything is arranged by metal nature only. Metal nature will give the power for you to do. It will give the intelligence for you. It will give the body strength to do worship and all those things. And then finally, at the end, like what is satisfying is ego. And when the ego is satisfied, then soul is soul which identifies himself with that ego, thinks that I am satisfied. Because actually the ego is satisfied. So, but when it comes to Krishna's service, Krishna's or anything spiritual, that relates to that will be more spiritual, more connected to the soul than the material things. So that's why, like now here, if you see in this source, Prabhupada says how in the course of time, when the subtle forms are transformed into gross forms. So in the easiest way of understanding the process of creation explained in Srimad Bhagavatam is the process of creation is just opposite to the process of destruction. How? See, like when we burn something, the earth element means like some solid object is becoming into like is destroyed. Okay, like we burn some wood. So when we burn some wood, the wood is getting destroyed and becoming into gas. Okay, so that is the process of destruction. So what like we cannot get ourselves involved in the process of creation or maintenance. As a soul, as a helpless soul, we only can destroy. Just like father earns money and children will spend money. Children cannot earn money by themselves. So the creation maintenance is done by Krishna and Krishna's energies, and the soul will only destroy. Okay, all we know is destruction. And the creation maintenance is done by Krishna and his energy or Prakriti. So easiest way of understanding the process of creation is just opposite to the process of destruction. So from earth, it will comes to smell, and from smell comes to water. For example, when we burn something, it will give smell, right? Smell and everything. And then when we with water comes taste, right? Like when we want to taste something, we need water. Rasam apsu kaunteya. So so opposite to taste, opposite to the process of destruction. That is, you are tasting something means you are destroying something. You are eating something means you are destroying. Tasting, eating process, tasting and enjoying, right? So opposite to that is from water comes the taste, and so when fire from farm comes the fire in the process of creation. But when a form is there, like wood has a form, when we put in that fire, that form is destroyed. So the opposite to process of destruction is process of creation. From form comes fire. Okay, but here fire destroys the form in the process of destruction, but in the process of creation, from form comes fire. So like that, just by going in the reverse process of creation, you can easily understand. So all these things only required to know, like what is the purpose of this Sankhya philosophy is. Sankhya and Jnana is to know our real position. Like in the beginning, the benefit of hearing Sankhya, Kapil Dev says, I will describe the different features of elements. Knowing one is freed from the influence of material modes. Means vimuchyate prakrutir gunahi. Means one is freed from the modes of material nature and attains perfection of self-realization. So when you say you are not this body, your spirit soul, okay, you can have a theoretical aspect, okay, I am not this body and spirit soul. But when you cut open you, cut open yourself, your fire element is taken away, your earth element is taken away, then nothing is remaining. Just like your hands and what, like when somebody takes your earth element, your body is gone, and water is gone, and all the elements is gone. Means you are left with only soul. So the process of self-realization is easily understood through the process of Sankhya Yoga, okay? And cuts the knot of attachment to the material world. We are attached to so much to this material world. My family, my property, my position, all those identifications. In the gross level, property. In the subtle level, name, fame, and ego. So we are attached to so much of those things. Everything is temporary. Everything is like everything is non-existent only with respect to soul, because they are all material and soul is spiritual. So the process of self-realization becomes very easy when we analyze everything by element. Okay, so that is what I can discuss in this section. If we can go more deeper, but we don't have enough of time. If you have any questions or comments, you can discuss now.
We have one question. So it says always that by Krishna says made in Bhagwad Gita also different places. Our like different Falashrutis are there. And Krishna says if you understand the way the nature works, understand the way the three modes of nature works, etc., etc., you will become freed from Maya. Like many times we see this. So like so the meaning of the word understand is intelligently, I mean intelligence try to understand. But then what does it mean actually?
Understand. Okay, understand means related to intelligence.
It is said Bhagavad Gita, one who understands becomes free from Maya. Like that it says. So understanding means, is it referring to just meaning intelligence, understand, or does it mean actually realize? Because realize.
So as I told you, right, like we are made up of gross body, and then beneath the gross body is a subtle body. So first of all, we are very much attached to the gross body. When you understand that you are not this body, you are a soul, means there is transformation happening in the subtle body. Means your intelligence is getting nourished. Your intelligence is becoming stronger. When your intelligence becoming stronger, then you will not act on the bodily platform. You will act on the spiritual platform. Means you will spiritualize your subtle body. So when you want to get liberated from this material world, like what is the knot that is connecting between connecting us to the gross body is the subtle body. Subtle body full of false ego. When our ego is full of when our ego is full of falsity, it will gets us the soul attached to the gross body. Gross body cannot bind the spirit soul. Spirit soul is very minute, just like when you put a bird in a prison, it will easily escape. Bird has to be kept in a cage where the meshes are very fine, right? So, so the soul is very minute that gross body cannot bind it, but only subtle body can bind it. And subtle body also will be bound by gross body. Like now Krishna gives gross body so that the desires that we have on our false ego can be satisfied. So when we understand those concepts, our false ego is transformed into real ego. Then we think that I'm not the enjoyer, I'm not the doer, Krishna is the doer, Krishna is the enjoyer. When we come to that conclusions, our false ego gets transformed into real ego. Then by a person who is acting on the real ego, what will he thinks? Oh, this nothing is mine, everything is Krishna's doing, everything is Krishna only inside everything. Krishna is giving the intelligence to speak, uh, and everything belongs to Krishna only. Results also belong to Krishna. Krishna is the beginning, Krishna is in the middle, Krishna is at the end. I am nothing. I am only nimitta matram. I am only acting as per Krishna's will. When that person totally realizes when it comes to this conclusion, then he will not act on the platform of false ego. This subtle body twist, his mind will be filled with all the positive vibes, and his intelligence will be always act on spiritual platform, and his ego is always not like a false ego is transformed into real ego. That way, his entire subtle body gets spiritualized. When the subtle body gets spiritualized, what Krishna says, right? Imyam bhavi swaran bhava tejetin tekalaram tam tam evati kantya sadatad bhava bhavita. So at the time of death, he will easily remember Krishna, because throughout his life, he has been remembering Krishna. Then at the time of death also, he will easily remember Krishna and go back to Godhead, because he totally spiritualized his subtle body. So any understanding will make changes in the subtle body. Like our subtle body is constantly changing. There is not like just like our gross body is constantly changing, but we don't understand notice the change. But the subtle body is also constantly changing. If you do something prohibited activity, immediately there is a transformation in the subtle body. If you go and watch a movie, there is a transformation in the subtle body. So are we spiritualizing the subtle body, or are we materializing the subtle body? That depends on how we use our free will. So that's why when we understand the Falashruti, there's like somebody who understands this Leela will get the pure devotion service. Like that means when he understands, there is transformation in the subtle body, and that will lead to gradual purification and then lead to ultimate perfection.
So over a period of time, if we, like for example, if I examine my own mind, my own intelligence, and if I see that it's not becoming purified, means I'm not performing Bhakti properly. Like if there is no change, completely.
See, like yeah, while we are in the process, like we automatically get purified. As long as we are connected, like Prabhu who gave the example, right? You may feel or you may not feel, but as long as you're in the process, you are already making progress, knowing the unknowingly. Because like that aeroplane example we have, right? When you take the aeroplane, when the plane is taking off, we'll feel some jerk and we'll feel that we are moving. But when his plane is at its peak on the sky, we don't feel anything. We feel like, oh, everything is stopped, nothing, I don't see any progress now. But you are actually at the highest speed. So you might be at the highest speed as long as you are connected, like following instructions of Prabhupada and following rules and regulations. And but this transformation will take time. With time, everything will be revealed to us. That's what our Guru Acharya says. So we just have to remain in the process without not deviating, and with time, everything will as that time comes, because see, we spend millions and trillions of lifetimes away from Krishna. And in this lifetime, we came to Krishna, we got connected to Bhagwad spiritual master and following the instructions and following these. See, so outside, so many people are there. Out of so many thousands of millions of people, very few hundreds and thousands of devotees are there. Like less than 0.001% of world population is becoming devotee. So we are among those fortunate souls to be connected to Bhagwad spiritual master. So definitely we'll get purified. Definitely the process of bhakti is in Srimad Bhagavatam it said that one can run blindfolded. Like no, you close your eyes and run. And you will not fall. You will attain, you will go to success. Means success is like 100% guarantee. There is no way of failing. You may actually, your success may get delayed. You may reach the goal little late, but the success, as long as you are in the process of bhakti, success is 100% guaranteed. Like no, you enter into exam hall, your everybody will get distinction irrespective of how you perform. Means as long as you're in the process, like no, but when you achieve the success depends on how serious and how sincere you are. The more serious and more sincere you are, you'll attain perfection in this lifetime only. If not, okay, maybe 10 lifetime, 20 lifetime, or after 1 million lifetime, you'll attain perfection. As long as you are connected to disciplic succession, or you are connected to one way spiritual master, or you are following the process. Based on our previous conditioning of this lifetime or previous millions of lifetimes, all this conditioning has to be wiped out. Then we'll attain the success. Because Krishna doesn't want to punish us by putting us in this material world. He just wanted to make sure that you fulfill all your desires to enjoy independent of me there only, and then come back. After coming back again, going back to the spiritual world, you should not think, oh, I was there, and I had a nice family, and I had a nice company. I just would have made $1 more million there. Like that, if you think, then you cannot come back again to enjoy that. So Krishna will give one more lifetime. Okay, you do in the next lifetime also, that also. And when you finally get frustrated, I don't want to deal with all these things. I just want to go back to Godhead. Then Krishna, okay, now come back. So just to make sure that we are properly purified in our consciousness, Krishna keeps us here. Anything to say about Prabhuji? Realize means understanding also.
Experience.
Yeah, Prabhuji is saying that not like we may have this knowledge, but we have to realize the knowledge. That realizations will come only by the mercy of Krishna and Guru. Okay. Anybody online, any questions or comments?
Yes, Prabhuji, I have one question, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, amazing class, Prabhuji, lot of details. And Prabhuji, my question is, do we have a desire to ask Krishna or pray to Krishna that we want to go back to Godhead, or we have to pray that whatever Krishna want us to be, because he may have some plans. So we have to pray like that. We have to go back to
Prabhupada
Godhead.
says going back, desire to having desire of going back to Godhead is legitimate desire. This is like authorized desire. Everybody should have that desire. You should not think that, oh, I should, Krishna, I will leave to you. You can keep me as long as you are here. No, you should not do that. We have to, Krishna, take me out from this middle, because Krishna say, Prabhupada says, this middle world is not place for gentlemen. So we are not on the level of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj placed Narsingadev. As long as even one foolish person is there in this middle world, keep me here, I will preach to that person. Now we are not on that level. Prabhupada says, we just get do your business and get out from this place. So, but you may say, Krishna, I want to go back to Godhead. Krishna, I want to go back to Godhead by verbally, but through your actions, you are, through our attachment to our actions, we convey message, no, I want to stay here. I'm saying with mouth that I want to go back to Godhead, but through our actions, through our selfishness, through our ego, through our lust, we convey to Krishna, no, I want to stay some more time here, like that. So we should make sure we speak through our actions and also and words, both, and our thoughts. all these three means words, actions, and thoughts. Then only Krishna will take our things seriously.
So we can pray to Krishna that
And we have to pray to Krishna. The Prabhuji said, right? We have to pray to Krishna, and also we have to act on, like, we have to realize it. When we get the realization, we get realization through experience, through mercy. Like we may say, no, I'm not attached to anything in this material world, just take me back. But when with our actions we express that our attachment, we express our dependence, we express our the conditioning. But we cannot get freed from our conditioning from anarthas by ourselves. Just by mercy of Guru and by mercy of Krishna, we can easily get out of this conditioning. That's what my understanding. He's saying, like, we want to go back to Godhead. Can we pray for that, or we have to pray to Krishna that whatever is good for me, you can do that like that? Am I clear, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. So instead of I used to pray like give me pure prema bhakti. So instead of praying that, we can pray like that. Please, Krishna, give me, show me the path that I can go back to Godhead, like that.
Yeah, like going back to Godhead is will be automatically attained when we perform our our duty properly, Mataji. Our duty is to just pray to Krishna and perform bhakti and follow all the Vaishnava etiquettes and perform our sadhana and seva nicely, so that Krishna is pleased with us. When Krishna is pleased with us, automatically we will fulfill our desire.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Correct. Anybody have any more questions? Okay, we'll end it here. Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Sri Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Prabhu.
you so much,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.